Christ 17 TV, baby. Back in the motherfucking building. For they ass. With another one. With another one. You feel me? Mr. Flip Side about to flip one for you real quick. I just flipped mine, but I'm about to flip the story for you. Well, when we first drove across country to New York from San Francisco, it was me, my mother, my little brother, his pops. Okay. And we got there, and he had a drug problem from when he came home from San Quentin. Yeah, San Quentin. So, back then, crack wasn't that big yet, like that, real big yet. The drug of choice was heroin. You see motherfuckers all over the TL like zombies, nodding out. Winos and heroin addicts. Winos, heroin addicts, that's a fact. White Irish Rose, Thunderbird, you be seeing them bottles every fucking where. And then, you know what you see? Them yellow tops to the fucking, the needle, everywhere. All through the fucking L's, the alleys. I'm playing fucking in the hallways. That's how bad the shit was. In the fucking hallways. They didn't give a fuck. They just tried to find somewhere to shoot up, get high real quick, and then go on with their day. But anyway, let's get back to first getting there. So we lived in shelters when we first got to New York. Okay, well, at first we stayed in a car, gray station wagon. I'll never forget that shit. Coming across from San Francisco, driving all the way across to New York, we hit a deer in Wyoming, and thank God we hit the side of it and it went sideways instead of going through the window, because it probably would have killed my mom and everybody. So God is good. Even way back there, man, he was looking out. So we living in the car, and I'm going to school, barely going to school, got kind of like the same clothes on, don't have nowhere to really shower at. My mom and him didn't really have no friends yet, even though he was from Brooklyn originally and moved to San Francisco, and my mom met him out there in San Fran. So she always had a thing for New York. He wanted to go back, so they said, fuck it, we're gonna throw the shit in the car, the clothes, leave the bed, leave the TV, and we taking a road trip. They had some money. He was spending that shit during the trip. Don't ask me how this motherfucker will find heroin all the way, the whole trip. He'd find shit in different little cities and towns. That motherfucker, I will say this, he was a cold motherfucker. He would find the shit. He was a cold hustler too, but that motherfucker will find some shit. So there was one time where on 42nd Street, before it was Time fucking Square, it had fucking exotic dancers and shit all up and down the motherfucking 42nd Street. They had a movie theater, and back then they had $1 movies, and they would show like Bruce Lee, ninja movies, American Ninja, classic. If you seen that movie, drop it in the comments and leave a like. Cause that to me was an old school fucking classic, American Ninja. And for you youngsters, go check it out. Facts. So we had to park the car like a block and a half down, right? And we go inside the movies, and we watching the movie. I'm having a good old time. It's like the best time I've had since I've been there, because I've been having to sleep in the car, almost wearing the same clothes. Got to go to the bathrooms at McDonald's to brush your teeth and wash up and shit like that. That shit was real rough, man. I'm not gonna lie. So we watched the Bruce Lee movie. We watched the Ninja movie. It's about 12 at night. It's dark. We coming out the thing. 42nd Street is still lit up though. Right? They got these motherfuckers selling fake IDs. It got to do with the trench coat like this, with hella watches, all kind of wild shit. It was like some crazy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's some shit you would see on TV, but it was like worse. Way, way, way worse. So we get around the corner to the car, and I could see from far. I'm like, it looked like there's broken glass. So we get closer to the car. They done broke out the fucking glass and stole all our fucking clothes. My clothes, my brother's clothes, my mama clothes, his clothes. So now we left with nothing. Nothing. They took my little Walkman and all that shit. Everything was gone. So now we starting like from scratch. The money done ran out. All kind of shit done ran out. But guess what didn't run out? This motherfucker still was on fucking dope. He was getting sick. And while my mom was going out and signing up for food stamps, standing in these long ass lines all day for the welfare shit, trying to get some kind of government assistance for us, this motherfucker was taking us, parking us, and we was at Penn Station, and he would have me and my brother with him panhandling for money so this motherfucker can get him some dope. 1986. I'm standing right where the escalator comes up at Madison Square Garden. I'm going to take you to the spot where I used to have to stand and panhandle when I go out there to go see my mom soon. I'm going to take you all through the little shit and show you the spot and the whole shit. So there's one day he started telling me for me to go across the street at the light, and when the light stops, because there were so many yellow cabs, he would ask me to go from car to car and ask for change while he stand over there by the escalator with my little brother, making them feel bad because he got a little kid panhandling. They was giving him a lot of fucking cash, food, all kind of shit. No lie. So now he's got me going from car to car, and my mom always used to scare me about fucking getting took and put it in child services and the shit that happens, and you get lost in the system, all kind of shit. So now I done got a pocket full of change, some ones, and I'm like 8 years old in Midtown panhandling in 1986. You know what I'm saying? So now I get to like the fifth car from the second light now, and it's fucking undercover cops, and they're like, come here. So I ran down to the subway station and ran all the way through the other side and came out the other way and ran off mad far and didn't come back for like 30 minutes because I was scared. I was a little fucking kid, man. I was scared to death. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I finally get back. I tell my mom, yeah, man, asking for change, and she immediately told this motherfucker to get lost, grab my brother. What the fuck are you doing? Are my kids out here doing this bullshit? He didn't give a fuck. Dope fiends gonna do what dope fiends do. My mama did not condone that shit, and she was trying to get rid of that motherfucker then. So now, after time passed, we get into this place called the Carlton Arms. And this is the place where I said they used to call us the hotel kids. That story is soon to come too. Hotel kids. So I'm finally getting to actually go to school. Like go to school daily. I'm to take a shower, brush my teeth without having to go to a McDonald's bathroom to wash up. You know what I mean? Shit was not easy for me at all, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad it was not easy. Because I look at life so much different now, and if I had a silver spoon, I'd be some fucking jerk off. You know what I'm saying? But thank goodness, life was hard. Yeah, it was rough as fuck. I didn't have the shit that kids had, toys and all kind of different shit, and a mom and my dad. I had my brother's dad for a little while until mom shook his ass because that motherfucker was on some real bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of stories to go into with that one. So just be patient. I'm going to give you bits and pieces, different parts, all kind of shit. Yeah, but the panhandling shit, man, was so ill. One day, I'm coming back from school, and I always stop at this one store on 23rd and 3rd Avenue called Tiamo. I don't think it's there no more, but it had games in there, and it had Kung Fu, and that was one of my favorite fucking arcade games. So they would give me some change. Moms would like, here, take the $1. You know what I mean? Play you some games, cause I lived 2 blocks from there on 25th and 3rd at the Carlton Arms, and I was actually allowed to walk down 2 blocks by myself to go play these games. That's how it was then. Kids was just allowed to go outside at 8, 9, 10, because I have friends. We would all meet up in, like, I was 8, 9, like, you know what I'm saying? And we were just hanging outside with no parents and playing football and playing tag and playing hide and go seek and all kind of shit in the buildings. So one time I ran out of change. So I went to 24th Street and the block was coming like this and they had the red light. So what did I do? I wanted to play the game more, right? So I took it upon myself to stand there when the red light came and panhandled mad like 5 lights. By the time I got all the change from the cab drivers, like, yo, I had like $10, $12 in change. I was at that fucking place for like 4 hours playing fucking games. And it's cold-blooded that my little bro dad did that to us. But that cold part about it is it taught me a hustle. I was a young kid and I knew how to panhandle, throw on a little sad face, you spare change, I'm hungry. They was giving me change. These is cab drivers that see the craziest shit. And back then, there was little kids outside the hotel, which were hotel kids that their moms was on drugs or shit. They would just let them run wild. You see little kids in the fucking street, younger than me, 7 years old, stealing shit, running out the store with shit, chips and shit like that because they fucking hungry because their parents ain't got no money because they spending it all on dope. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot of these way back in the day stories to hit you with. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to bless you with a quick little thing, you know what I'm saying, about panhandling as a kid in front of Madison Square Garden where the escalator comes up from Penn fucking Station. Never forget running from the police because they like, hey, come here. I booked it. But the good thing is it was traffic. So when I ran down, I came the other way up, I was gone. I was fucking gone. And they couldn't do anything. They were like 5 cars behind. It was a red light. And they wasn't getting out to chase me. I'm a little fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, Jack. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to hit y'all with a quick little story, you know what I'm saying, from when I first got there and my brother's dad made us stay with him and panhandle. Then he pushed me off to myself to go do it at the light so he could hold my brother's hand because at that time he was only 3 years old. So he's standing there with a snotty-nosed 3-year-old. They handing out money. They giving food, the whole 9, man. So, you know, I just wanted to give y'all a little taste of my early life. You know what I'm saying? It was hard. But guess what? Life is hard. And it made me a better man today. And I'm blessed to be here telling y'all these old school war stories, hood stories, my story, my life. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to send a shout out to all my people that send prayers for my mom in my last joint. I love you guys. Thank you very much. Tapping in, calling, texting, the whole shit. Mom's got transferred to a different hospital, but things have not got worse. They kind of like to say they're getting a little better. She should be home in like a week. So please, still put the prayer hands up in the comments for your boy Christ 17, baby. Love y'all. Catch y'all on the motherfucking flip side. It's your boy Christ 17 signing out. Eat your heart out, pimpin'. Catch you on the flip side. Christ 17 TV. Back at ya.